so today is February 16, 2024, and we're looking at the S&P 500 futures, and let me pull up this chart here. Okay, so what happened is that after that big drop, we've been one-time framing up. We came back above this low volume area, which is we had tested the upper broken above the previous range, tested back, and then reclaimed it. It got accepted yesterday. We broke above the previous day high, and we formed a double distribution yesterday. So basically we have a new range, and like I mentioned, we were gonna fill this area with volume, and we spent a lot of time in this area. Then we broke above, and we spent a lot of time and volume in this area. Overnight, we peaked above and started putting some volume here. Now we just had PPI news, and then we dropped, and still putting a lot of volume here. So this is becoming the new area. Like I said, we're gonna get a lot of back and forth. So look how all these are like, double distributions, right? So this is like the discovery mode, right? Like when you break out of a range, and traders are trying to find where the value is, and they go back and forth putting trading against this in this new range, trying to find where the most accepted price levels are, right? So right now we have these two big volume nodes. So as I was saying in the morning node, I think we're gonna be trading back and forth between these two, filling this area until market gets new information to make the next move, whatever that is. It could be higher, it could be lower, but as of now we are accepting up here above 5,000. We tested it. We know that this is probably a safe support area because we tested it and we came back above it. So I'm thinking that we just trade back and forth here. We still have that target from the other day at 70. I don't know if we're gonna get there, but it seems like every dip is being bought, and it eventually we end the session. It seems like every day, like we end the session with like slow, grinding up motion, and I don't know if it's related to zero DTE. I heard that it could be, but that's what's been happening. Now today, I think, if I'm not mistaken, today is OPEX, right? Is it? Is today OPEX? I don't even know, because now we have expirations every day, so I don't even know. I think so, yeah. So we could get a little bit of volatility today because of that. But the plan is monitor. So we're opening inside range. So I would look at, first of all, do we stay above this single prints? The single prints were just tested during the overnight session, but I want to see what happens during the RTH and see if they hold. If they hold, then coming back to 42, which already happened, but this would be a magnet. And then if we get above it, I want to wait until we get back above the previous week high at 48.50, because inside this is gonna be choppy, right? So if you want to go for a breakout, then this is the level that I would be looking for, for an attempt to take the overnight high, and then this 64 level, and then see if we can extend the range a little bit. If we get below the single prints, which this is very interesting how we keep testing this level, right? This was the previous all-time high, and we keep getting there. Then, you know, on the drop the other day we left a gap, and the gap was exactly there, and now, you know, we have single prints there. It's very interesting how that works, right? So if we get below that level, the 3250, I would target this yesterday's point of control, which is at 50.25, and then this one, which is the next one, which is the target at 50.13, and then, you know, this would be an ideal spot to look for bounces for long back into 13, and then chop around back and forth. Unless we drop hard, then we start pushing back higher, take this one, and then, you know, go back to this 32 area. But again, back and forth, lots of back and forth is expected in this area. Let's see, NQ. Wrong chart. That's not NQ. Well, let's look at Crude since we have it here. I mean, Crude is in balance. There's not much to say. You know, any failure to break above, we're gonna go back to the 76.80, which we keep visiting, and then there's some support at 75, the 75.20, 75.40 area. That would be a place I would look for a bounce to 76.80. And then in Q, if I can open this chart, is this it? No, I gotta fix this. All right, here we go. NQ, it's a little more, a little bit more messy, but NQ is always a little bit more messy. But we have this high volume node from the other day here at 1840 that we've been trying to get to. Look how, like, since that day we've been like coming back up all the way. We got almost there on the overnight, but we didn't get there. So I'm expecting this to be tested today. If not, then we're coming back here at 17,850. But also overnight we have a little bit of a double distribution. So that double distribution is right where yesterday's high was. So if we break yesterday's high, then first target would be this area of volume right here, and then 1840, and then look for new highs, an attempt to take new highs. I think that's about it. As far as economic news, hold on one second. Sorry, I had to sneeze. We have Fed speaking right now at 9:10. Then we have University of Michigan sentiment at 10 a.m. Then we have some Fed speaking at 12:10. And some oil rig counts at 1 p.m. So that's about it for the week. All right. Good luck trading, and I'll be around if you have questions, if you need anything, and remember to manage your risk and wait for the trades to come to you.